speak today, I was having a bit of a think. I think when I was 16 years old, 17% of Australians had no private health cover whatsoever. So that was only going back to 1972, that almost 20% of Australians had no private health cover. Have a think about that. What happened after that, of course, was we had the Whitlam government elected. And in 1973, Bill Hayden introduced legislation into Parliament that created what became Medicare, what was then Medibank. And since that time, as has been reiterated by speakers before me, every time we have a Liberal government, an attempt is made to dismantle Medicare. What they're doing this time is particularly tricky. What they're saying is, what's $6? $6 will somehow magically make me think I may or I may not go to the doctors. What a ludicrous proposition to think that I am more or less likely to go to the doctors for $6. But however, there are people who will not go to the doctor for $6. That $6 will be the difference between them going or not going to a doctor, or going or not going to an emergency department. That $6 to them is a lot of money. That's a magazine they can't buy. That's the sort of thinking that I think our current government does not understand. Look, it isn't the case that everybody in Australia thinks that $6 is a disposable sum of money. It is not. It's a decision about what you feed your children, whether you buy yourself a treat or whether you go to the doctors. It's an absolute disgusting act. But what it's really about is they know that it affects about 10 or 15% of the population, most of whom wouldn't vote for them anyway. So they don't think there's great political damage to be done in introducing that $6 fee. But if it was $60, what difference would that make? How many people in the population would that affect? If you want to know the difference, just wait 10 years. Let them get away with the $6 and it'll become 10, 15, 20 and 50. And I wouldn't mind betting that they've done a deal with the private health insurers who will cover that for people who can afford private health insurance. Who did the study? Who paid for the study on the $6? It's well advertised that it was Australian Unity, one of our large health insurers. What might be in it for them? This $6 fee is just the thin end of the wedge, make no mistake about it. Whenever there's been a tax on Medicare, and this is one step of a very, very big attack on Medicare, the unions have been there. And the unions, I can assure you, will be fighting very, very strongly to ensure that we continue to have the best health system that Australia can afford.
Let people know the various trade unions that have come behind this demonstration to support it here today. And it's quite an array. So we have the National Union of Workers, the Australian Services Union, the ANMF obviously, and the Victorian Health Professionals Association, the Communications Workers Postal Division, the Firefighters Union, and the Maritime Workers Union of Australia. So keep it coming, guys. We need more union endorsements for the future demonstrations which we hope to hold around this. And there are other important organisations that have got behind this demo as well, including the Victorian Aboriginal Community Controlled Health Organisation, which is the key body in charge of Aboriginal health. And unfortunately, the guy Kevin who was going to speak on their behalf couldn't make it today, but they are behind this demonstration and will hopefully speak at future ones. Alright, so before we hear from our next speaker, I reckon we should try another chance or two.